Journey to the West. This is a world-famous tale of a holy monk and his 3 disciples who traveled long and far to the Western paradise to obtain Buddhist scriptures during the Tang Dynasty. 玄奘, better known as Tang Sanzang, or Tripitaka in the story, had the help of a monkey god and 2 fallen deities, Pixie and Sandy, who retained supernatural powers. Given a chance to atone for their mistakes, these 3 disciples had to protect Tripitaka from evil on the quest and rely on one another's strengths to offset their weaknesses. It teaches the values of teamwork and determination to reach one's goal. This epic novel by Wu Cheng-en is based on Xuanzang's real-life travel to India for the scriptures. Tripitaka's first disciple, Monkey God, the most colourful, memorable, and clever character in the group. Monkey God is widely known as Sun Wukong. His name, Wukong, was given hope that he will gain insight into womb, or emptiness, which leads to wisdom and inner peace in spiritual teachings. Monkey was armed with 72 powerful transformations, similar at plucking and blowing on one of his monkey hairs, and he could cover 54,000 kilometers with a single flip on a cloud. With these skills, he was perfect in leading the way and scouting for danger as he is seen here. Monkey was defiant and restless despite his brilliance, wreaking havoc in the heavenly kingdom. He was thus imprisoned under Buddha's mountain for 5 centuries, while he waited for Tripitaka, who was destined to free him and become his master on the quest. Monkey God attained Buddhahood for his service and is greatly revered by Chinese and Japanese societies till today as he is believed to grant wit and courage. Battling countless spirits and demons throughout the 14-year journey, Monkey God met one of his strongest opponents in the form of Scarlet Child, the only son of the Ox Demon and Princess Fan. This cruel and evil family caused the nearby villagers much fear and longed to live forever by eating Tripitaka's flesh. Riding on 2 fire wheels and carrying a long spear, Scarlet Child was famous for emitting fiery flames through his mouth and nostrils. He could also raise a tornado to sweep victims into his cave of fiery cloud. Scarlet Child trapped Tripitaka at Flame Mountain and tricked Pixie by impersonating the Goddess of Mercy. Monkey God rushed to his help and is seen engaging in a fierce battle with Scarlet Child, who was equally powerful. The Goddess of Mercy appeared and defeated the Scarlet Child, upon knowing his evil deed, and made him one of her attendants forever. Tripitaka's second disciple, Pixie, a human with a pig's head, thus called Pixie. His Buddhist name, Wu Neng, signifies the awakening to power and the ability to achieve greater things. He started as a heavenly general like Sandy. Pixie was attracted by the goddess of the moon's beauty and was punished to be reincarnated on Earth after an attempt to get close to her while drunk. Tripitaka called him Zhu Ba Jie, a constant reminder of the 8 Buddhist rules, as Pixie was greedy, lazy, and lustful. His 36 magical transformations proved useful during the journey, and he fought well in water battles alongside Sandy. Pixie was the most highly skilled after Monkey God and served as an encouragement to people as he reached a difficult goal despite his bad habits. After a successful quest, he was rewarded with the title Cleanser of the Altars, so he could help himself to all the leftover offerings. Tripitaka's third disciple, Sandy. Sandy is commonly known as Sha Seng. He was a heavenly general, punished to guide river Liu Sha, as he was often drunk and distracted by mortal affairs. He became a fierce sand demon until he met the Goddess of Mercy, who wished to reform him and relieve his suffering by letting him protect Tripitaka on the quest. She named him Wu Jing, Wu meaning awareness and Jing symbolizing purity. Though Sandy's fighting skills were the least powerful, he was good in water battles, which made up for Monkey God's weakness of not being able to swim. He could also control sand. The most stable, logical, and polar of the 3 disciples, he was also obedient and loyal. In this scene, Sandy remained brave and firm, despite being overpowered by the spider spirits. He said, "Kill me if you like. My eldest brother will come soon and he will not spare any of you." Sandy became a Luohan after completing his quest. Based on a true story, Tang Dynasty Emperor Tang Taizong sent a devoted monk Xuanzang on a mission to obtain precious Buddhist scriptures from the West, which is present-day India. In the novel, Xuanzang had a magical white horse, which was actually the 3rd dragon prince of the sea. Like Tripitaka's 3 other disciples, he was punished and given a second chance as he had emerged from the seabed and devoured the original white horse. Thus, the Goddess of Mercy transformed him into a horse, to transport Tripitaka and escorts on the long and difficult journey. In real life, Xuanzang studied the Buddhist scriptures for 18 years in India. He brought them back to China where Emperor Tang Taizong helped him to translate them into Chinese, which birthed greater Buddhist teachings. Xuanzang died at the age of 86 and his ashes are kept in Chinese Xinjiao Shi Pagoda. Marking one of the valuable lessons one can learn from this journey, this story tells of the trouble that lust can bring. Tripitaka and his disciples chanced upon a mansion in a cypress grove and asked the owner, a widower, for permission to rest for the night. She gladly agreed and even offered herself and her 3 beautiful daughters for marriage. Tripitaka and Sandy were strong in their beliefs and to abstain from women and politely declined, along with Monkey God, who was uninterested in such pleasures. Pixie, who had a soft spot for women, fell for their charms. He was blindfolded and tricked to try on one of their magical waistcoats, which turned out to be ropes that bound him tightly to a tree in a grove. The others woke up the next morning to look for Pixie and discovered that the mansion had disappeared. This scene tells of Tripitaka's encounter with the 7 spider spirits and is the most dangerous and thrilling among the 100 chapters of the novel. The demons believed eating Tripitaka's holy flesh would grant them immortality and plotted to trap him. When they heard that Tripitaka was nearing the spider den, the spider spirits turned into beautiful women to seduce him and his disciples with their bodies and charms. They trapped and bound Tripitaka when he begged for food and intended to cook and eat him the next day. Pixie was the first to rush to his rescue, but fell prey to them due to lust and got into trouble himself. Luckily, Monkey God saved them all. This episode tells of resisting non-virtuous temptation by keeping strong faith and bearing the goal in mind.